All right. What's going on, guys? It's definitely been a while. It's been a few months, maybe, since I've even recorded. Uh, I'm trying some new equipment. I have what I don't know what this is, an Akaso action camera, and then I have an audio recorder that is actually like it's a Zoom H1N that I just have a lavalier mic in my helmet for. I tried the other, like a few weeks ago maybe, to record, and it just didn't go well. I'm hoping this goes better. The microphone had unplugged while I was riding, and then obviously the action cam doesn't have, or it has an onboard microphone, but it wasn't recording anything in my helmet, obviously. But yeah, I just went out to lunch with my family. I rode 12 miles there, so 12 miles back, or maybe I'll go do a different route. Go by the river maybe. But try not to go too fast because it's kind of windy. I don't know how the audio is going to sound. I hope it doesn't sound too bad. I don't know how anything's going to come out. I don't know how the video looks either. Still got the same like selfie stick set up, just a GoPro mount instead. Oh, I missed my turn. Let's see. Distracted riding. Give me a second. Alright. Alright, so I don't know. It's February something. I don't know the date off the top of my head. But it's like late February, and I've just not been feeling really good mentally. I work a rotating shift, and it just seems that I don't know, the off hours, the off shifts are really starting to get to me recently. Like, I don't know, the 3 to 11 and 11 to 7 a.m. are really starting to mess with my mental state, I think. And a lot of it has to do with I'm just sitting there. We're not allowed to like have our phones on us or anything, or listen to like our own music. The only thing we have is the radio. But we're in a big metal building, so we get about 5 like radio stations that actually like play for us, and they're all like classic rock. I think one of them I got to work was like a religious talk show or something. But half the time I think the night just goes by so slow if I have the music playing, because I feel like music obviously gives you kind of like a time scale of how long each song is. So if you're listening to the song, that's like watching the clock, in my opinion, I guess. But if you're not watching, or if you're not listening to anything, it just feels like time goes a little faster, maybe, for me at least. That car had their blinker on like they were gonna pull in front of me. But yeah, even if I'm not listening to music, that just leaves me nothing to do but think. And all I can think is I don't want to be there. And it sucks because it actually pays really well. They have decent benefits. It's just a lot of physical labor, and it's a rotating schedule, so I don't get a sleep schedule. I have a sleep schedule for 1 week, and then it goes to the next and the next, and I've only been there a year, not even a year, and it's really starting to drain on me. But I just got off Midnights, and feeling really, I think I'm feeling better. Plus, I took the last night of mids off. Um, and I do that sometimes because the Midnights just really, they kind of hurt. Like after like 3 or 4 days, like you don't know what day it is. Like even if it's Wednesday, I think it's either like Tuesday or I think it's Thursday, but I'm never accurate with what day it actually is. And it's just it takes a toll on you. And then, it gets you thinking like how you got here. You start thinking if you're, kind of a failure or what. And I don't know, because, I went to school after high school. I went to school for recording music, and I'm not doing that. I never did anything with music after it was a trade school. So after I graduated that trade school, I never did anything with it. And then I thought I started doing like investing in real estate, and I did that for a couple years, and starting to fog up. But I did that for a couple years, and then it went south. I had one tenant, like it was during COVID, they were fine paying their rent, and then after COVID, somehow, for some reason, they just stopped. They stopped contacting me. They stopped paying their rent, and I just couldn't get through to them. I couldn't, like, I tried to be. That was my problem, is I tried to be too nice. She is a single mom with 3 kids, and I don't want anything, I don't want to be that landlord. But she didn't pay me for a year, and like it was affecting my life, it was affecting my marriage, my finances, obviously. Like I was basically working to pay her like her rent, because every month she didn't pay, I still had to pay the mortgage. So it just, that hurt. And I had a 2-family house that just burned down. And at the time it was just really bad. It was really stressful, but it did work out for me financially at the time. But all that money went to my wedding, or it went to paying off the house that I'm currently living in. And I don't know, I always end, when I'm working and I have nothing to think about, that's the stuff that I think about, is what I could have done differently. I'm really happy where I am, as in like I'm married, I'm happy. I love that I'm married and who I'm married to. And I would think that maybe it would be different if things I had done were different, But that's another thing I think of, is like when I met her, I was investing in real estate and I felt successful. And now, I don't know, I'm just working at a factory. And that just feels like the opposite of what I kind of started. But there's a lot of stuff. I had a work, like a Christmas party, that kind of not really got to me, but at the party, they made a big speech about how it's good that we all like each other because we all hang out with each other. We all are with each other a lot more basically than we're with our own families. And I know they meant that as like a good like camaraderie kind of message, but in my head that just felt like that doesn't feel right. I feel like I should be with the people I love more than the people that I just have to see for work, And I don't know what to do because, I have done investing and I've gotten burned on it, and, I failed at that. I don't know. And, I went to school after high school, and let's say that's what you're supposed to do, even if it's not college, but that didn't lead anywhere. It just doesn't feel... I don't know. I never had anything that I really wanted to do with my life. Even in high school, like, I remember being 17 and they're like, okay, maybe even it was when I was 16. And they were saying, you gotta pick out a college, you gotta figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. And I was 16 or 17 and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I was thinking, I'm only a kid. How can I know what I want to do with the rest of my life? But now I'm 28, gonna be 29, and I still have no idea. There's not a single thing that I could think of that I'd be like, yeah, I could die in my whatever 80s, 90s and think, yeah, I spent my entire life doing only that and be happy. Sorry, they weren't pulling their dog back. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna like jump at me. But yeah, I don't know. Like, even the job that I'm at right now, I think it would be different maybe if I was able to save money, but it's hard to save money, especially because I still have bills that are piled up from before I had a job a year ago. Like, I had a job, but I only worked 1 day a week and they wouldn't give me more hours. And people that work there, the reason they were hiring so many people is because a bunch of guys were getting old and they retired, and those guys were there for like 40 years. And the guys that work there now, they're all planning on working there until they retire. And I can't think about it like that. I don't want to be there for the rest of my life, or the rest of my working life. Say I retire at 30 or 65 or whatever, I'm gonna be there 30 years or more. Like, even though it's got good pay, I just can't fathom staying at that one place the rest of my life. Like, I want to see things, and I just don't know if I can do that. I'm like, I don't know, hold on. The little kid just had his jaw like drop to the ground watching me. But like, I don't know, I went to a wedding, my wife's friend's wedding, and I met like all of their friends, like husbands or boyfriends or whatever. And At the time, I was a security guard. This was a little bit over a year ago, before I started working there. But I feel the same still. It's just now I have a full-time job. But you know, we got introduced, or we introduced each other, like ourselves to each other. And one guy said, like, oh, he owns his own law firm. The other guy, and they're all my age. That's the part that, like, just makes me feel like a failure, is they're all my age. One guy owned his own law firm, and the other guy was a nuclear scientist or physicist. And, like, I mean, I can't do that. Like, I don't know. I feel, oh, it's a bump. I feel like I'm good at things, but I need things to be explained to me very well before I really understand them. So that's why oh my god, I never really did well in, like, a school setting, because I always felt like they didn't explain things that well. So I don't know. I never really felt like I did well. And I feel like now that I'm getting closer to 30, I'm really starting to feel like time, like, bearing down on me. It's not like 30 is a big deal, but I'm not going to be in my 20s anymore. And I feel like 20s is like when you really make your future set. Like 30s is where you kind of just, in my head at least, that's where you know, make your future known. You do stuff that's gonna, I was setting a fire. That's where you basically lay the foundation for the rest of your life. I mean, I know you can do it in the future, but, like, obviously the sooner you do it, the better it is for your future. And because I failed at, you know, real estate and investing, and it went very poorly, like, I don't know if I'll be able to convince my wife to, you know, try to go up on an investment. Like, I was thinking it'd be nice to own, like, a laundromat or something, but I mean, I'd prefer to own a few, because I feel like one wouldn't be enough. Excuse me. Sorry. I really don't like when people are wearing both headphones on a walking path. Like, it's fine if they, you know, stay to one side, but half of these people wear both headphones and they make it so they can't hear anybody, and then they just fucking block the entire path. And then they look at you like you're the problem when you're, like, basically yelling, "Excuse me." I mean, not then. I was lucky that guy actually looked back, but he looked like I scared the shit out of him. But I don't know. I'm out today. It's not even 30 degrees. I think the last time I checked it was 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And I mean, I'm pretty bundled up. It's just my fingers that are kind of getting chilly. I feel like no matter what you do, no matter what gloves you get or whatever, you know, there's not going to be ones that get your fingers perfectly warm without being, like, super thick. And these are pretty thick already. But I don't know. I wanted to make a video. I don't know. It's not that I want to make a video talking about how much of a failure I am. That just sounds sad. But I wanted to make a video just kind of talking about how I feel, I guess. You know, because I've been feeling like this. I mean, it's been building up a lot recently. Uh, I mean, I just got off midnights, and the last time I worked 3 to 11, I had a really bad night, and nothing even happened. It's just I just was having a really bad night mentally, I guess. Like the night was fine, and then I got home, and I felt like I took it out on my wife. Not anything bad. It's just I was in a grumpy mood, and I was like, like you don't deserve that. I just wish that we could get out from where we are. You know, we both have good jobs. We just can't seem to save money. So I don't know where to go with it. I always end up with my arm like this because I feel like if I don't, like, the wind blows me around. Looks like somebody hit this stop sign since I rode past here like an hour or two ago, because that wasn't leaning like that before. Huh. But yeah, I don't know really where I was going with this video. I don't know if what I'm gonna really use this channel for. I like making vlogs. It's just I feel like there should be more of a point than like video diaries, you know. I was thinking of, you know, making videos where I go out and watch sunsets or sunrises, because I don't know, I've really been enjoying, like, that's my absolute favorite part of EUCs is you know, I can make it to places that other people really can't with vehicles, and I can get there pretty quickly. And it feels like it opens a whole door of not even like transportation, but like just a whole door of like areas that I can go that I wouldn't have been able to before. And I don't know, it makes it feel like the world's a lot smaller, which is good. I can't see now. Oh, there it is. It got really foggy. Alright, I'm gonna go. But yeah, I didn't think it was that. I don't know how the video is gonna look now that the sun's behind me or what. I might have to mess with settings maybe. But I don't know how it's gonna look. I'd like to make more videos. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be making more videos. It's just the weather and my job permitting, you know. Because I mean, I have days where, you know, when I work 3 to 11s, I wake up and I only have a couple hours before I have to go to work, and that's like the worst. That's the worst time for me, or the worst like shift for me, because I feel like I just wake up and I do nothing because I'm like, I can't really do much because I have to go to work soon. So it's my off shifts that I feel like all I'm doing is working. So when I'm on days, I get out at 3 p.m. I feel like I have a good amount of time to do stuff for myself. That's why when the off shifts, you know, begin, I start to feel really really down. But I don't know. I think this video might have been a little depressing. I'm still gonna upload it, but I don't know. I just wanted to get it off my chest. I don't even know if everything recorded right. I don't know if the audio is in a pocket on my chest, the recorder. But until next time, guys, good energy and good times. It's been a while.